Palo Alto, you got to have a bit of a neckline breakthrough 191. When the market starts to go, I'm expecting 210 at least. Let's go. Okay, you wanted some charts? You wanted the charts? All right. VIK, one of our traders, I think Grand Dave in our room called this out. Beautiful inverse head and shoulders neckline breakthrough 4207. Looking for a full measured move. Get some overhead supply around 47 and 53. That one looks pretty good. Old Chewy, I mean, we called this out a couple of weeks ago. It started to go. I'm expecting it to retest highs. Netflix, we called the move to 1200 a couple of weeks ago. It's going bananas. Hims, this was my favorite play last week, if you'll remember, Kamo, and it's exploded. TEM, I know this is one's controversial. I understand. You get through 62, I think it's gonna be party time. Robinhood, kind of a little bit of an awkward head and shoulders here, but 5110, I think this one's gonna go full Ricky Bobby. ZS, we're in this one from 216, and my first target's gonna be 246 and a quarter or so. That one looks great. Carvana, I believe, has earnings this week, right? You got not quite a high tide flag, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if you see 300. Call me a dreamer. Then it's just, I mean, the list goes on. So you got H&R Block building a new base here. This one looks great for some continuation. Virtue Financial, we called this one out 2 weeks ago. I think this was going to continue to trend higher. It's just riding a regression channel, strong balance off the 200. It looks great. The AI, this one back over 23 and a half, $24. You got anchored view up all the way at 30. This one looks interesting. There's what was it? DTM. This one I'm a little bit more skeptical of in terms of, anything that ends with midstream I'm concerned about. But look at this platform breakout through 102. This one looks phenomenal to me. Then we had Spotify already went. It's been on the watch list for a couple of weeks. KRMN, this is more of an IPO base. I want this to build a strong right side here, hold $36, and I'm looking for a $12 measured move to about $50 on KRMN. It looks really, really good. HIMS we talked about last week. Uber post earnings. This needs to consolidate here and build a base for 2 to 3 weeks. But, as you start to absorb this overhead supply around 86.50, okay, I'm looking for a $10, $15 measured move higher. I think it looks phenomenal. It's been really fun to trade intraday. HIMS we talked about last week, right? Yeah, we did. There's the LTH. Beautiful, beautiful base. I want to see a little bit more volatility contraction here. Another test of the 21, but you can see what a beautiful base you're building here on the weekly and the daily. Okay, and I believe that through $34, this thing has a $10, $15 measured move in the pipe. ODD we talked about a couple of weeks ago. It's finally gone. I don't know if you're even going to get a pullback on this one. That one's really strong. And yeah, that's the watch list for this week. So there's things to do, but I really want to see the market. Let me go over the.
And FYI,
let me show you what I'm thinking here for a second.
And while you're doing that, Carvana does report today after the close.
Yeah. So, you're in this. You have a. If you look at year to date here, what you see is a sort of, they call this like a P-shaped profile in the volume, right? You have a tremendous amount of traded volume, around 50, 59.70 or so, and you're into this nub here where people bought the dip back in March, and so you're going to have to do some absorption in this area for the next couple of weeks. That's why I'm saying post Powell, okay, I see a leg two potential here in the market back to this most traded volume around 59.80. Your gamma flip levels, I think 5,700 or so on the SPX, which we're really close to. So we could potentially get through this mid-March consolidation and see a strong move higher, which is why I'm thinking there's a good chance that we do so into the next couple of weeks. But you just have to be patient. Same thing. Forgive my the spaghetti in my charts. This is anchored VWAP here. So your most traded volume in the SPY 573, right? That's your and in your second most traded volume right here at 559.20, and we're holding right at that level, right? So once we start to absorb some of these March sellers, and you get through 573, hang on to your pantaloons. It's going to be a wild ride.